So what are you gonna do? Hey, little girl. Oh, all I do is think of you day and night. All the time. Oh my goodness. Where'd that come from? That was the worst of the worst of my singing. I gotta work on my vocal cords. Hey y'all, hey. Hey, welcome in. Welcome, welcome. Let y'all come on in. 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 How y'all doing today? Welcome. We're gonna release some burdens today, y'all. Lay your burdens at the altar, right? What was that song? You gonna lay your burden? I can't think of that song. But we're gonna lay our burdens on the altar, okay? So 1 second. Let a few people get in here before we get started. Started. I'm not gonna be long. I just wanted to come on here really quick and talk about releasing your burdens. So the way that we are going to release our burdens is to first start off with an exercise where you kind of relax yourself, like put your shoulders down, relax your shoulders. I don't know, you got to do some type of pulling down of the shoulders or pulling up of the shoulders, whatever it is, and do your deep breathing with it as well. That's a good start to releasing some of the things that's plaguing your mind. That's what burdens are. Things that plague your mind all day long and keep you in a state of frantic, scarcity, survival mode, all of those thoughts that you have in your head, you have to change them, right? So to release those bondages that's in your mind that's plaguing you, make sure that you change your thoughts on them. But go ahead and get in your head first. Start just relaxing, deep breathe, meditation, whatever you got to do to get you to that space where you can consciously focus on the issue and then start to detach from everything that you are. Hey, hey, Kylie, welcome in. So, we're going to start with a little exercise or what have you so that you can release the thoughts that are keeping you in bondage, that is trapping you in your head, that make you frantic, anxious, paranoid, fearful, depressed, whatever it is, right? So, work on a deep breathe meditation. That's the first thing you're gonna do. Work on relaxing your shoulders. Like, okay, unclench them booty cheeks. Okay, I know they look tight, whatever. Just unclench them. It's all right. You're not at a place where something is about to get at you right now. All they are is thoughts in your head, right? So it's things of the past. So the thoughts that you are having are of events or experiences that no longer is taking place. Okay? Because right now in this present moment, you right here on this video. You listening to me. So I know it ain't taking place right now. But go ahead and release that in that way. And then just sit with yourself and write. You have to write down everything that it is that you are feeling. Attach whatever that emotion that is attached to it, release yourself from that emotion. Release yourself from the expectations that you put on people, places, and things, okay? Just be okay with people showing you who they are. Be okay with you being in your own personal space. Just be okay with what it is right now. You don't have to dwell on the past. You don't have to dwell on the future. You don't have to worry, right? Just be right now. Because what you are speaking out of your mouth comes from your thoughts. What you got in your thoughts come from the heart, right? So if you having all of these thoughts from your heart, your mind, your mouth coming out your mouth, you are speaking things into existence. And you want to change what it is that you're speaking, because I know if you are feeling like you are having a bad experience in your life, or you're going through a rough period of time in your life, then you need to start changing the way that you see things. You need to start changing the way that you speak things. Okay, no longer speak things that are going to continually push you down that path even further. Come on back, bring it on back home, bring it on back, bring it on back, bring it on back home. Okay, bring those thoughts back to a neutral position and find a different perspective. And the way that you find a different perspective is by having gratitude. You have to be in a constant state of gratitude. You have to thank God for where you are right now. Like everything that has taken place in your life. Is it taken a word? Taken place. Everything that has taken place in your life, it was orchestrated to put you where you are today, to make you become the person that you are today, to give you the skill sets that you have, the gifts, the talents, the abilities. So instead of focusing on the negative aspects of what has happened to you, think about who it has built, who you became in the process, who you are today. So you have to start saying things like, I am. I am whole. There's nothing missing, lacking, or broken, right? Don't say I will, because I will is going to lead you to a place of constantly searching for, it's just a future word. I am. Like God says, I am that I am, right? And you are created in his image. Oh my goodness. Well, so yeah, that's pretty much coming from a place of gratitude. Be grateful for everything. Be grateful for every learning lesson, for every experience, because it taught you something that you didn't know before. It made you become aware of something about yourself that you didn't know about you before. Especially if you are waking up to your own mess. You're like, man, I tolerated this for so long. I did this. I stuck here for so long. I stayed right here. I said these words out my mouth for so long. And you start to become aware of everything around you. Your mind, your mouth, your words. You start becoming aware of it. And it's like, ugh. And as you're changing as a person, and you still having those, regurgitating those same words out your mouth, or having those same thoughts in your mind, it's like putting new wine in old wineskin. It's time to change the bottles. It's time to change it and step into who you know you were called to be, right? Who you know you were born to be. Start speaking from a place of, right now, I am. I am grateful for this. I am grateful for that. Whatever negative thought pop in your head, change it to, I am grateful for that experience, because of what it could have taught you, or what it did teach you, or may have taught you, right? So just start speaking everything from a place of gratitude. If you want to see more blessings come into your life, if you want to see more experiences in your life that reflect what you really want and not what you're seeing right now, change your thoughts, change your words. Y'all, listen, I have finally released my faith walk journal, which is really about gratitude. It's an interactive journal you can actually write in. It's going to help you with, if you don't know where to start on writing or journaling, getting those thoughts out your head. We always we want to just talk and say how we feel, and release ourselves, express ourselves, right, to other people. Or if you talk to God, you feel like, oh, nobody really there in the room. Or if you talk to yourself, you're like, yeah, but I'm answering myself back. But the best way to get it out is on pen and paper. Like, make that pen bleed with everything that you're feeling inside. It's okay to have that feeling. It's all right. But change your perspective about the decision. And then you will start to see more things in your life that exude a place of what you enjoy versus what you don't enjoy. Like, I don't understand how we can be in a place where we hate a certain thing, but we dwell on that certain thing, right? If you dwell on it, you keeping yourself in bondage. Release that baggage. Release that mental bondage that you're carrying. Is that baggage is weighing you down every single day. You drain when you wake up in the morning because you be thinking about the thoughts you had yesterday. You drained. When you go to work, you probably got the most energy because you're going to give them your oil and oil, probably. You know what I'm saying? But then once you get back off work, you back in your head. You back thinking. You don't even know how you make it home. You get home so fast and you know you on that same route. So you get home and you still just thinking, worrying. And you trying to figure it out, but it's not for you to figure out. Release it. Let it go. Go ahead. Relax them shoulders. Unclench that booty cheek and just relax. Just be in the present moment and enjoy the peace that's within the present moment. The peace that surpasses all understanding, right? When we go out and we want to talk to other people about what we're experiencing and how we're feeling, we're looking for validation that it's okay about what you went through. Well, I'm here to tell you, it's okay. You went through what you went through. No one's going to negate the fact that you went through that experience. But now it's time to find peace within your body because guess what's going to happen? Your nervous system start doing this one too, and now your stomach in a knot, you're in a clench, you're uptight. Would they have IBS or what have you? Start that you have gut issues and stuff behind that. So why keep your mind in a negative space, thinking about all of the things that worry you, all of the things that plague you, all of the things that just weigh you down? If you ever thought about something that you thought about before and was worried about, and you worried about it again, go back to that experience and think about how you got over. How we got over. Think about how we got over, okay? Think about how you made it through that last situation that you was crying about, which is probably the same thing that you're thinking about that's worrying you now. Think about how you made it through that. You were not you were put here by God. This is God's green earth, honey. You have no authority or no control to be able to fix your situations the way you want to. This is all orchestrated and designed by God's creation, God's thought, right? When God spoke a word and everything was formed and created, then he decided to create humans. He decided to create people and the ability to be able to be out of all of the things on this planet. You are the one that have the ability to think for yourself, to use your critical thinking skills and say, is this good for my body? Is it good for my soul? The things that I'm thinking all of the time, the thoughts that's in your mind, the baggage that you're holding on to, is it worth your soul, mind, and body? Is it worth the destruction it's going to lead you to? Or is it just, it is what it is? This is a Garden of Eden experience. And if you were put here, it's because your creator, the greatest creation of all, is the one that supplies all of your needs, not some of your needs. God, one thing about him, he may not come when you want him to, but he always show up on time. And he always give you provision for every vision, right? He puts the pro on there. He adds to whatever it is he gives to you, whatever he puts in front of you, there's already an answer for it. All you have to do is sit in it and allow yourself to be used by God for whatever the reason is on that situation. Don't be afraid of the experience. Don't be afraid of the situation, because you may just be being used by God to teach you a lesson, to help you grow. You don't want to stay the same. So again, everything that you went through in your past, bring it up. All of those triggers, even if it's things that may have occurred yesterday or today, and you are triggered by it. Sit with that trigger. Figure out the root of that trigger. You don't have to go talk to anybody, but the best thing to do is write it down, baby. Get it out your head and on paper. Release that emotion. It's some type of release that takes place when you just write stuff down. When you get it off your chest, right then and there. When you get to express yourself. See, expressing yourself, anytime you go to outside people and try to express yourself, that's looking for the approval of others. You don't want the approval of others. You want the approval and the love and the acceptance of yourself. You have to learn to trust you. You got to learn to trust every single thing is going to be okay. Trust the process. So, yeah, relax. Practice ways to relax. Get into that peace that you say you want. God has it for you, but you have to be willing to step into it. You have to be willing to take initiative and say, you know what? I'm tired of having chaos in my mind. I'm tired of holding on to bondage in my mind, the burdens in my mind. Release those burdens. They're not serving you no good at this point in time. But the only thing it's going to do, elevate you. As long as you change your perspective, it's going to push you forward towards the mark of the high calling, right? Because you recognize that everything in life is a test. Everything is a test. And the ultimate goal of every test is to see if you're going to pass. Can you pass the test in your life, or will you have to repeat the test? Repeating the test comes from keeping the same mindset, the same perspective, keeping the same outlook, responding the same way, but expecting different results. So, whatever you got going on in your head, whatever you got plaguing your mind, release it. Even if it's you in a future moment, release. It can't stay there no more. You got to go. No, I'm on my path. I'm on my journey. I'm trying to figure out what I got to do to move forward. I got a goal to reach. I am the best version of myself. So we're going to go on here to get that thought out of here right now. That's how you have to talk to yourself sometimes. Sometimes it can't be that passive approach to yourself. Sometimes you got to go ahead and tell yourself, hey, no, this is what it's going to be. I know what's best for me, right? You know what's best for yourself. So you tell yourself, I know what's best for you. So no, we're going to go ahead and get that negative thought out, and we're going to replace that with this positive thought over here, regardless of whatever it is. And expressing the gratitude to God. And gratitude even comes in the actions, the change behavior, the learned behavior, action is you simply saying, I am grateful for that. I am grateful for that experience. I'm grateful for that learning lesson. Stop looking at everything as a negative. Stop looking at everybody as a negative. Nothing's happening to you. It's all happening for you. So, what we're going to do is we having a 7-day challenge. When you buy the book, we got the journal that you're going to write in. We're going to write in our journal prompts. We're going to meet up. It's going to be some accountability going on. All of that's taking place if you purchase the book before November 31st. So October 31st is the last day to get that journal for that price. That includes the 7-day challenge that we're doing to make sure that we are fast tracking ourselves to releasing all of that negative bondage, all of that, and putting out gratitude. We're focusing on gratitude in the earth. No more loss, lack, scarcity. No more of that. This is your world. It's time for you to take center stage in your world. You're going to get on stage and you're going to play the leading part in your life? Or you going to still be a stunt double? You only called on the scene if somebody hurt themselves. You stand in the background of your own life story, waiting on somebody else to take front and center stage. Can't do that. It's your life. So it's okay to get in your feelings and process them. But release any attachment, any expectation you have of anything, anybody outside of God. Release it. Release it. Why did you expect something in return for whatever it is? Why did you put an expectation on whatever it is that you feel, whether it didn't work out for you, whatever the case is? If it didn't work in your favor according to your current perception, change the perspective, because it did work out for you. It created you. It created a tough person today that's like, I don't want to go back. In your mind, you thinking you scared because you like, I don't want to go back. I don't want to do that again. I don't want to go through that again. I don't want to. So you start worrying about the future because of what the past done already showed you. But it's going to be all right. Just get up. Dust yourself off. Relax. Release. And as you release, fill yourself up with something that is positive, that is greater. Fill yourself up with God, with gratitude, with thankfulness and praise. Enter his courts with thanksgiving and his courts with praise, right? What does that? Enter his gates with thanksgiving and his courts with praise. Right? Not with all your problems. Not with everything that's burdening you. So turn it around. Turn it into an opportunity that is working out for your good, even if you don't see it. That's what faith is. Faith is knowing that something is going to work out for your good before you actually see it. It's not deeming the worst case scenario before the event actually take place. Faith is you standing bold, no matter what your mind tell you, no matter what outside factors may show you. When you have faith in God, the one who created everything, the one who always came through for you, the one who keeps showing up on your behalf, you should have a reason to stand boldly at this point. Because you can look back over your life and you can see everything where he was right there with you, where his hand was right over your situation. His hand was on your life. And we can quote scriptures all day and say, oh, I'm the apple of God's eye. I am the chosen. You can say all of those things all you want to. But the sure proof of your faithfulness is in what you exude. It's in your habits, your actions, what you practice. Are you going to practice being religious? Or are you going to practice religiously being better? I like that one. Religiously being better. You are better than what you are saying about yourself. You are better than the thoughts that's playing through your mind. Get it together. Stop playing with yourself. This is a whole new week. Let's get it together. Snap yourself back into it. Who is you? You that one. right? You that one. You the apple of God's eye. Act like it. You his favorite. Act like it. How would you act if you knew you were somebody's favorite? Would you act like everything is against you? All the odds is going to beat you? Or is you going to sit there and walk in the boldness and confidence in knowing, no, my God got this. He been had this, he got this, and he going to continue to have this. Walk in that boldness. That's real loyalty. The loyalty that you seek from people, it come from him. The love that you seek from people, it come from him. But it come from yourself as well. It's about loving you. It's about respecting you, loving you, and trusting you enough to know that you matter just as much as every person, place, or thing that you put before you. Hey. Everything that you placed as more important over you when it came to your time, your energy, your investments, whatever have you. Loving you, loving God is putting you first. You matter the most. And if your thoughts ain't good, what are you projecting to those around you? What are you projecting to your household? Are you teaching them to walk in that same fear, anxiety, depression? Well, whether you know it or not, the little ones is looking up to you. They watching you. The family is watching you. Yeah. So make sure that you start changing your thoughts. And the most important thing too, you watching you. You're hearing what you're saying about you. You're hearing the words that you speak about yourself. Your body keeps that score of every negative thing you say about how you're not good enough. Hey, Tiana. I'm good. How you doing, Alton? Every negative thing you say about yourself, the body taking note. Oh, okay. You think this way of me? Let me give you more of that. Oh, you think that way of yourself? Oh, let me give you more of that. But when you start changing your thoughts and you start getting them positive thoughts, I am that I am. I am the greatest. I am an overcomer. I am resilient, right? I have good success. Speaking now words that are positive over your life, that's what you need to stand up. That's what you need to get yourself back in the game to say, nah, Because if you just sit there and say, hey, I don't want to think these negative thoughts no more, what I'm thinking about now, you're going to go back and revert to them negative thoughts. But you got to consciously and on purpose be aware and change what it is that you're thinking. You were to be a creator. You should be in creation mode. Creation mode includes abundance. It don't include, I don't think that's for me. I don't believe I can have that. Nobody never did that. Oh, I don't know if I qualify for that. All of those things are negative words that you have to release about yourself. The doubts. Because when you have those beliefs about yourself, you have those beliefs about who God is in your life for real. And God has not shown you nothing different. God has not shown you anything that line up with the thoughts that come in your head when you begin to wonder and question God about what it is that He doing. And you be like, you know what, God? You take it too long. Let me take this back from you. Let me try to figure it out myself. I got this. Don't worry about it. When you trying to figure out everything and control everything, that's not your job. That's not your business. You have some business to attend to on this earthly realm. And that's what God has assigned to you. That's what God has put in your control, which is you to work on you, to work on bettering you. He gives you the lesson, you do the assignment, you pass, you study for the pre-test or the test, and you take that test and you pass that test, and guess what? Next lesson. Or you can keep repeating that grade or that test. So change your words. You are better than what you're speaking about yourself. You are better than what you're thinking about yourself. Get that voice out your head right now. Right now. Okay? Whatever that is that's making you feel like, oh my goodness, what in the world? Why life doing this? No. Why not? To whom much is given, much is required. Much is required to whom much is given. So if you got big things you asking God for, be prepared for the big things that has to come to prepare you for that. That's what it's doing. The prayers that you are asking God for, the answer is in the strategy to develop you to become who you need to be in order to maintain that. Not for you to stay in the same place and keep experiencing the same thing over and over that you keep thinking in your head only to prove yourself right. See, I told you, look how that is. Look how this is. No. Change your thoughts. And when you start trusting God a whole lot more than what you're doing now, take that mustard seed, start watering it. That mustard seed of faith, start watering it. How about put it in the ground and start watering it today so that it can grow and it can sprout and it can be whatever it needs to be when you need it as you grow. Because as you grow, you're gonna need a little more faith than that beginning phase. But if you don't get past that beginning phase, you won't know just how much you will need. Well, you may do, because you can kind of go dig yourself into a deeper hole. I don't know, but change your thoughts. That's the main thing. Release that baggage of the old thinking that you had, that old stinking thinking. Just because you came to God don't mean that you can stay the same in God. You can't, right? You have to renew your mind daily. And I don't even think it's daily for real. I think it's every moment. Every moment you have all of those thoughts that go through your head. You might can't catch them all, but them big ones that you can catch, especially them ones that start to trigger you and make you respond in a way that is outside of your character, focus on those. Focus on why you feel the way you feel about that. Change your perspective about it. Because every single thing is working out for you. Every single thing that has happened has brought you to this moment right here of who you are, how strong you are. It has shown you just how strong you really are. It has shown you just how patient you really are. And it has shown you just how much control you really don't have. That's why they call them miracles. Because it was outside of your grasp of control. So be more grateful. Replace it. Anytime you do away with something, replace it with something positive, right? When you get rid of old habits, replace it with new habits all the time. So as you get rid of those old negative habits of thinking negative about yourself, replace it with positive thoughts that's going to lift you up, your spirits. How about going into the mirror in the morning when you first wake up and you go to the bathroom? Look deep into your own eyes, into the soul of you, and tell yourself, I love you. Say it 10 times. I love you. I love you. I love you. Do it standing there brushing your teeth. I love you. I love you. I love you. And it ain't nothing you can do about it. These are things that you want to do for other people. These have to be things that you want to do for you first. If you like receiving that type of treatment from any outside factor, give it to you first. That's why the Bible says, this joy that I have, the world didn't give it, and the world can't take it. Because why? God has put things on your path to prepare you to love yourself enough to be able to give you the joy that you desire. To fill all the voids that you deem as voids in your life. To validate you from areas that you was looking for any outside factor to validate you. Give it to yourself. And guess what's going to happen? It's like tuning in to a radio station. You're going to tune in to the station that you like the most. And you know what's going to be on there? Other people that listen to that station. You ain't the only one listening to the station that you're going to tune in to. But it's all about you choosing which station you're going to vibrate on energetically. You are a magnet. So that's why it's careful. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. You got to be careful about what you speak out of your mouth, because you're going to attract it right back to you. Be careful. And it could be about anything. Whatever you speak out your mouth, just know it's coming right back to you. Good or bad or neutral. The energy is coming back to you because you are a magnet. You vibrate energetically. And everything responds to you. So if you got to have that, I know what I know, what I know that I know of God, then that's what you need to stand on. Stand on, I know that I know, based off of where you came from. 18, 21 and up, you know that you know. Whatever you done been through, you know God had his hand over you the whole time. So don't you start giving up on God. Don't you start getting all shaky and all of that on, No. If we locked in, ain't no switching up. None. Stop switching up on God like he gonna do you wrong. He not. He here for you. He created you to have this experience that you are deeming as negative, or that you are deeming as weighing you down or keeping you in a place that you don't want to be in. No. He created this for you to be able to experience life on a whole nother level. Each level, a whole new level, every time. He created this so you could experience and see and grow. Otherwise, he would have given his same instinct, the same ability to make decisions, the decisions that God allowed you to make. He would have gave that to the animals. I just think he would have. If he wanted everybody to be able to have that special power or ability, he would have gave it to everything. He would have gave it to a tree to be like, you know what, I don't even want to sit in this position no more. I want to get up and leave. I think I'm going to go down south. I don't like these winters. So, change your thoughts, y'all. From negative. What do you say? And I went from negative to positive, and it's all good. And if you don't know, now you know. You know very well who you are. Don't let them hold you down. Reach for the stars. You had a crew, but not that many. If you're the only one, I give you good and plain A. Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. When I was dead broke, man, I couldn't picture this. So listen, he even saying it right there. When he was dead broke, he couldn't picture it. But you got to picture it in order to get there. You got to see it before you see it, or else you'll never see a change in your life. You'll never see what you really want to experience out of life. Some of y'all don't really gave up on your dreams for real. Some of y'all don't really gave up on the things that really matter the most to you that you want out of life because you walking in fear, lack, and doubt. Some of y'all want to go to the next level, but you're too afraid to go to the next level, so you settle for mediocrity because the level that you at makes you comfortable. Get out of your comfort zone. Stand up. Be greater. Even if it hurts you today, guess what? That pain is going to feel good in a couple days. Be consistent with yourself. Trust yourself. Love yourself enough to do whatever it is that you have to do to be obedient to the voice of God when he get ready to give you instructions on how to move, how to do stuff, and where to go. That's all you need to worry about. God, what you want me to do? Everything else, I'm just supposed to be looking. I don't know nothing about nothing else. But everything else, what you want me to do, God? Because that's what it's all about at the end of the day. What God wants you to do to elevate you into the place that you keep dreaming and visioning about in your head. But if you let the negative thoughts overpower you, guess what? Eventually, this positive dream or thought or vision is going to, what they say, disseminate. It's going to disappear. It's going to diminish. It's going to get smaller and smaller and smaller until you push it out of your head because you're sitting up there thinking about all negative things all day long. You're not in creator mode. When you're in creator mode, you looking at this vision. You thinking about, oh, I like that. I want to be in this space. Oh, I can't wait till I get this. I got it now. I am this in some realm or reality already. Because God put it on my heart. He put it on your mind already. God, what I got to do to get there? What I got to do to get there? And God gonna give you the instruction. He gonna be like, do this, okay, do that. Okay, you did this, you did that, next. And then he gonna keep giving you, but you got to trust him. You got to know that he is going to lead you down the right path. You the one been leading yourself down the wrong path, not God. So get back on that right path. Get back on that right thinking. Get back in that space where you like, you know what? Enough is enough of me trying to do everything on my own. Me trying to think about the outcome and the situation, finding solutions for everything on my own. I got to realize that God got me from this point on. God, you got total control over my life because I never had it from the beginning. You don't even know when you're going to expire. You didn't even know what day you were supposed to come and enter into the world. So why you sit up here trying to control everything in between? That's not your place. Your place is to say, okay, what you want me to do, Lord? Oh, you want me to do this? And you want, okay, this vision over here? Okay, yeah, let me go ahead and create. Let me go ahead and keep creating so this vision can get magnified. And as this vision get magnified, guess what? It pushes out all of those negative thoughts and paradigms that you had. It's getting rid of that old wine skin because you put new wine in your mind. Free your mind, make it, what it say? Psych your mind, make your booty shine. I told y'all to unclench y'all butt cheeks at the beginning. I told y'all. So, I ain't about to hold you. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon. You said, love the message, keep speaking and preaching positivity. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I love bringing it to y'all, too. But it's Sunday. Y'all are, I know it's probably a beautiful day where you at or what have you. So whatever you got to do to get them negative thoughts, whether you listening to things on social media, whatever outside factors that you got going on that's probably helping to keep you in that negative mind space, become aware of that too and start putting yourself around things that's going to lift you up, not tear you down, because that's all it's doing. If it's not building you, it's destroying you. And we're not in destroyer mode. We're not living in scarcity, lack. We're not living in none of that no more. We're going to a place of abundance, a place of creation, a place of being just happy where you are in that present moment. Like right now, you happy right now in this present moment right here. You happy deep down. All you thinking about is old thoughts, old garbage. So prepare your mind to start thinking for the positive from this moment forward to get what you want out of life. Or else you're going to be born looking like your parents and you're going to die looking like your decisions. Your decisions are a direct reflection of your current environment. If you look around you at your environment and the place you are at right now in your life, it's a reflection of what was going on in here. It's a reflection of what your thoughts was telling you up here, and you created that environment. So if you know you're ready for a change of environment, if you know you're ready to say, you know what, maybe this ain't the environment for you. You don't leave the environment in chaos. You leave it with a blessing. Thank you, Lord, for the opportunity to be in this environment and space. But now it's time for me to move forward, press forward toward the mark of the high calling. Because you want everything that you got coming to you. Everything that was stolen from you by putting your mind on the negative thoughts that keep plaguing you, you want it all back. Those positive thoughts, those visions and dreams that you had, you want it all back. Take it by force. No more playing and pity pat and playing pity pat with the devil. No more playing pity pat with your own ego. No more playing pity pat with outside societal forces or what have you that you feel like is should take accountability for you. You gotta take accountability for your life from this day forward. So, walk in your positivity. Walk in your gratefulness to God. Be grateful all day, every day. Thank God for it. Whatever situation you feel is deemed as negative, flip it. Positive. Okay? So, also, I want to tell you this too before we go about the link for the book is in my bio for the journal. If you want to do that and join in on the challenge with us, come November 1st through November 7th, you are free to do so. If you would just like to say, you know what, I want to do the free 28-day challenge calendar, and I want to express my gratitude with that, you can go ahead and sign up now in the link in my description and sign up, get your free copy of the calendar so that you'll know your daily prompts that what you're supposed to write. You're not just starting from a blank canvas. Every day you're getting something that you can be grateful for and to really make you think about it so that you can be like, wow, I didn't see that before. I ain't never paid that no attention. So it can give you a new perspective on life, okay? So I love y'all with the love of God. I really hope that we continue to grow. That's it. That's all. I really hope that we are happy in the knowing of I am. Because that's all we got is the moment. I am. I am that I am. And I'm not attaching myself to nothing, because attaching yourself to anything outside of God is going to lead to expectations and high standards that are going to be failed. Then you're going to look at it like, oh, that situation failed me. I wasn't attached to it. I had to go. God said it's time to go because I had outgrown that specific situation. So get that free 28-day challenge calendar. Start releasing, writing down your triggers and whatever the calendar is telling you to do each and every day. Don't try to do too much in one day. Just one a day. Do what it say, and I guarantee you'll start to feel the pressures of life being released as you start to write down on paper what it is that you're feeling inside, because your inner child wants to be heard. And when you're writing it out on paper and you're looking back at it and reading it out loud, you can now feel that void for your inner child, for yourself. That inner child within you is looking for your validation. All right, y'all. I love y'all. Enjoy y'all Sunday. I hope y'all get out there and enjoy this beautiful day. It is sunny, Get y'all some vitamin D from the sun. But don't get no vitamin D from somebody's sun.